So, the Earth's in a pretty big relationship right now. All the cool kids are calling it Pangea. It's huge. Gonna be bigger than Brennifer or even Brangelina. And I have it on pretty good faith that unlike those two, Pangea's not gonna split up. Oh, never mind then. But hey, at least now we've got a bunch of continents, including this one, connected to this one via an ice bridge. It is a pretty nice bridge.
And it's gone.
Well, that sucks. How are all of these humans gonna get home now? It's easy to get home if you just make a new one further south where it's not as cold. Follow the caribou, you'll probably be fine. They know where they're going. So following the caribou was a mistake because now all the humans are separated and everybody hates each other and it's just one big gang war. Do you hear me, caribou? You did this. I can't believe you would do this. How could you do this? What the It wasn't all bad. There were the 5 civilized tribes at least, and that's about it. But you know, even if these tribes hated each other, there was at least one thing they hated more. White people. That's right, Columbus is here, but not really here because he's too far south of here to be here. Columbus, armed with the knowledge that there was land here, headed back to Spain. When he got back, he told King Ferdinand about all the gold and spices they could probably find in the New World. King Ferdinand, probably smoking some of that dank spice Columbus brought back, gave the okay for Spain to return to the New World. Spain returns to the New World with a bunch of ships for Conquest II, Electric Boogaloo wiping out the Aztecs and the Incans, and probably a bunch of other tribes I'm forgetting right now. Really, Spain's just here for the gold that these natives don't have. Also to spread their religion. Also because they thought it'd be neat. Now that Spain is pillaging the New World, other white people have their eye on the place, like Britain or France. The natives are cool with France, though. They're basically the first example of Canadians being hospitable in human history. They're also chill with their new friends who want religious freedom. They have funky hats. It's pretty neat. Oh no. It's Britain. They felt left out of all of the land claiming that Spain and France were doing, so they decided to start claiming some land of their own. France isn't too happy about that, considering they wanted to claim everything in the New World, but that's fine. I'm sure that kettle won't boil over. Foreshadowing. So Britain starts up their colonies and buys some slaves from some nice Africans they met overseas, just to really get that growth going, you know? And then, oh, do you hear that? Sounds like that kettle finally started boiling over. I guess that means it's time for war. The 7 Years' War to be exact. It'll be great, like Frederick. He's here. Alright, let's see. Britain wants more land for their colonies. France wants Britain out of the New World. The natives have wanted everybody gone since they got here. And Spain is here too, I guess. The natives and France team up to defeat Britain in the war, but then they end up stealing Louisiana from Spain for some reason. Britain basically gets all the land they wanted for their colonies, so that's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, it's not cool for the colonists, hereforth known as Americans, because they didn't even want to get involved with this war. And then King George III forced them to by making them house British soldiers. It sucks that the Americans are still owned by Britain. Hey, what if we weren't owned by Britain? George Washington asked, all of his homeboys supporting him. Hey, what if I raised your taxes? King George III asked, not wanting to deal with Washington. Hey, what if we dumped your tea in the harbor? The founding fathers asked, not wanting to deal with King George. Hey! That wouldn't be very nice. Screw being nice, here's a Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson said, probably flipping King George the Bird and doing a sick kickflip. So now America had independence. Also Hamilton was there doing whatever it was he actually did. So things were going pretty well for America after they declared independence. They elected George Washington, followed by a couple of his b-boys, and then they claimed some more land. That was basically their main agenda for a while. I mean, who was going to stop them from claiming more land? The French? Actually, yeah, the French and the natives were still buddy-buddy, and they both really didn't like that America was starting to claim all this land was really theirs. It turned out alright, though. America's pretty good at negotiating. I mean, they purchased Louisiana from France, and then the natives gave them a bunch of free land for some beads or something. So it all worked out. I mean, there weren't any fights between America and France or anything, so that's pretty amazing. Hey, it's pretty neat that you managed to be civil with France, King George said, sticking his nose back in America's business. Well, thanks, said current president James Madison. Being civil is something we pride ourselves on here in America. I think we're... Yeah, that's great. Hey, how would you feel if I blew up Fort McHenry? Wait, what? Yeah, that's right. Your stupid flag is down now. Now we... Oh. Well, you know what? I'm sure it'll be fine. So with King George dead, America could get back to expanding their land. Like over here, it's Oregon, and a lot of people want to go there. Why? Who knows? What's even in Oregon? Portland? Well, whatever it is up there, it's really making people want to ride the Oregon Trail. And sure, why not? See new sights, go hunting, caulk the wagons and float, drink some stagnant water. What could go wrong? Well, and forget the Oregon Trail. What else is going on right now? Oh, America is trying to steal a new state? That sounds cool. Who are they stealing it from? Mexico. Who's that? Descendants of the Spanish and the natives that lived here? Cool. So then after all this, Abe Lincoln comes in and is like, hey, what if we didn't own slaves? And then the racist South was like, hey, screw you. And then the less racist, but probably still at least a little bit racist North was like, hey, screw you. And then, Captain America Civil War time. I don't know why it was called the Civil War. I mean, people were still shooting each other. That's not very civil. But I guess the North shot better because they ended up winning. And the North winning made John Wilkes Booth, aspiring actor, not too happy because he ended up shooting the president, which is bad, I think. But hey, at least black people can vote now. Black men, I mean. Women still have to wait. So after Abe Lincoln divided the country, America decided they needed to do some healing. And that was going pretty well, up until Germany decided to drag them into the Great War by blowing up their boats. Really, America's only involved for about a year before France makes Germany sign an armistice and everybody stops fighting. Because really, there are no victors in war. At least not in this one. So after getting out of the Great War, America went into a Great Depression. It sucked. For everybody. But at least women could vote now. So after another round of post-war recuperating, America seemed to be doing pretty well. I mean, Germany is off their meds again, and they're making quick friends with Italy and Japan, but that's only in Europe, and I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. So the Japanese just bombed Pearl Harbor. That's fine, though. I'm sure that won't make Hawaii resent America or anything. What it will do is get America involved with the war. That's right, another one. Great War II, World War II, whatever you want to call it. It's a war. America decides they have to get Japan back for bombing Pearl Harbor. So, what should they do? Drop a bomb on a civilian city? Sure, why not? In fact, it's so much fun, they dropped 2 bombs on 2 civilian cities. Hirohito, Emperor of Japan, wants to keep fighting the war. Japanese civilians do not. I guess losing over 200,000 people will do that to you. So with Japan forced to resign, Italy going home, and Adolf Hitler killing himself, I guess that means the Allies win. I guess you could say America's feeling pretty great right now. I mean, they managed to blow up 2 entire cities in Japan, and I don't think anybody noticed the firepower they displayed. Oh, it's the USSR. They noticed the firepower. I guess that means America's gonna enter the pissing match with these commies, huh? It's the cold piss. The Cold War. You get what I mean. Wait, forget these snow commies. There's commies in the jungle. You all know what that means. Stick a pin in nobody wanting America and Vietnam because they've got more states to claim. Like Alaska? Heck yeah. And Hawaii? Why not? Oh, the Hawaiians don't want to be a part of America? Well, they should have thought about that before America wanted to take their land. Current U.S. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated, and I still don't think that's a very good thing. So the president's dead, and black people come out of the woodwork to fight for their civil rights. So with Kennedy assassinated and racial tensions at an all-time high, things aren't looking great for America.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
So after beating the snow commies to the moon, things started really looking up for America. President Gerald Ford took them out of Vietnam, and then boom! Time for the 80s. Ah, the 80s. Big hair and great movies. Also a technology boom with the help of Japan. I guess they forgave each other after World War II because Japan keeps sending America technology. Also this stuff called anime.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？大は匠でギゼブ。
Whoa, what's this? The internet? Tubular. And the Berlin Wall fell? Huh, maybe we can trust those commies after all. Oh god, it's Y2K. All the technology's gonna go down. We're gonna lose the internet forever. Everybody panic. This is terrible. Oh, the internet's fine. Okay then. And somebody just bombed the World Trade Center. Fun. Time for another technology boom. Have a smartphone and a crashed economy and a black president. Truly marvels of the modern technological world. Never mind on that black president though, and god damn it, the snow commies hacked our Facebooks.
Okay, bye.